Welcome to day 2 of the 12 Days of Christmas with the My Creative Time blog. And this is my project for day 2. This is a really simple, fun project to give to teachers or basically anyone. And it's really inexpensive and real easy. And all it is a hand soap with an acetate layer on the inside that I've stamped with a sentiment. And then I wrapped the top with a bow. It's really easy and quick and really great, inexpensive gift to give. So I'm going to show you really quickly how to make this. So what you're going to need to do is get yourself some this is antibacterial, but any kind of dish hand soap, or you could even use hand sanitizer. That would work too. You want your jar to be kind of wide and flat, so that your acetate lays flat when you put it inside. You're going to actually put it down inside, and I'll show you that in a minute. And what's going to happen is you're going to have to peel back the label on both sides. So in order to get all the sticky residue off, you're going to need some Goo Gone. And you can find this at Michael's, Home Depot, I think Walmart has it. You can pretty much find this anywhere, and it's actually amazing. It gets a ton of stuff out. So it's a good thing to have at home, especially if you have kids. So you'll need to do that, or you can do that whenever. You don't have to do that first. But then the second thing you're going to need some transparency film, and I actually have a large box of transparency film. But you can also, from what I understand, you can go to copy centers and you can buy it in sheets, in single sheets. You don't have to buy a whole box of it. But it's called Transparency Films for Plain Paper Copiers. And I took a sheet of it and I cut it into pieces, and I actually cut a couple just because I wanted to make sure if I made a mistake I would have some extras. And I cut them 1 3/4 wide by 4 1/4 long, and I actually measured my bottle to see. If you don't get this brand, you'll have to measure your bottle to see what's going to fit best in the bottle that you have. But if you get this Dial brand, the 1 3/4 wide by 4 1/4 long will fit perfectly. So I'm going to take one of those, and I am using 2 of the My Creative Time stamp sets today. I'm going to use the From Our Family to Yours. I'm going to use the Season's Greetings stamp. And I'm using the It's a Magical Season. And I'm using this little snowman stamp right here. And what you'll need to for sure make sure that you have is some StazOn ink. And the reason why you want StazOn is because this is a solvent ink pad, and so it's completely waterproof. So if it's not a solvent ink pad, when you put it inside the soap or inside the sanitizer, it's going to disintegrate and it'll be gone in a day or so, and then you'll have black residue all in the bottom of your liquid. So you need to make sure you have a StazOn ink, and you can use any color. I'm going to use black. And this is kind of tricky. You may want to get an extra piece of the transparency film because it is kind of slippery when you first do it. You want to ink up your stamp really good. Make sure you get lots of ink on there. And when you stamp it, you want to stamp straight down. And you don't want to move your stamp, because what's going to happen is, because of the transparency, you're stamping on the transparency, it's going to want to slide. So you're going to have to be really careful and just go straight down. Like that. Just put it on there, and then I'm just going to give it a light press, really softly and downward. I don't want to push it either way because it will slide on me. And then we're going to hope that when I pull it up, it comes out. Okay, not bad. There's a little bit here that you can't see, but it looks pretty good. So then I'm going to do my sentiment. And again, if you don't like it, that's why I said to get a couple extra sheets or an extra sheet so you can stamp several. And then when you get the one that you think is perfect, then you can use that one. And I'm going to do my sentiment now. And I'm doing it a little bit higher. I didn't center the snowman. I put him a little bit higher because I have the sentiment that I'm going to put underneath. And again, I'm just going to press down, and then I'm going to, or just set it down, and then I'm going to press it lightly straight down, pull it off, and then there you go. Just like that. Looks pretty good. Okay, so I went ahead and re-stamped it only because I am going to give this as a gift and I wanted it to look really nice. So you can see it stamps really nice. You just have to take your time and make sure you get your stamp good and inked up. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to put it inside the bottle now. And I did take the whatever those are called, the labels off, and I did use the Goo Gone to remove it, and it was real simple. And then this part's kind of messy. You have to take the pump out, and I just try to be as careful as I can because there's lots of hand soap in there. I try not to make too big a mess, but I'll use a towel to keep it from getting too gooped up. And then what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that this is dry. I would wait about 5 minutes before putting this inside. But what you're going to do is you're going to kind of fold it in on itself at the top of the, you're going to fold it in on itself just like that. And see how I just kind of put it in there, and then you're just going to slowly put it in, and as it goes in it will start to open up again just like that. And it kind of just fell in on its own. And then what I did was then I took my messy pump and I put my pump behind it as I slipped the pump back in, and then I kind of pushed it forward so that it came forward to the front. And the soap is pretty thick in there, so you're going to have to play with it to get it where you want it. Oops, sorry. I'm going to push mine down a little. He's still kind of high. There we go. And then you just, once you get them in place, you just put your top back on where you want it. And then it's kind of messy on the outside, so then you'll wipe it up, clean it up. Between the Goo Gone and the soap on the inside, it can get kind of slippery. So then you're basically done, and you can add, I like to add ribbon. On this one I added ribbon to the top. If you stamp it higher, you could add ribbon to the bottom if you wanted, but I like the look of having it on the top. So I'm going to use this ribbon. I found this ribbon at Michael's a year or so ago, and I'm going to use this. I liked the green color, and I'm just going to tie my bow. So there you have it. I tied my bow right on the side on the top. I think it looks really cute. I think these are going to be really cute. These will make really nice gifts for the holidays. Really inexpensive, like I said, $1 probably costs all of maybe $2 to make it. So I think that's a great gift to give. So if you have any questions, you can leave them under this video, or you can go to my blog and leave me a comment there. And thanks so much for stopping by today. I hope you'll come back tomorrow for day 3 of the 12 Days of Christmas with My Creative Time. And thanks for watching. Bye.